Welcome back to Nino Kuni, Wrath of the White Witch.
Part
So yeah, we
29.
fought. Yeah, part 29. Sorry. So yeah, we saved Denny. So now Tengri must be fine. Let's check on him.
We have made the better alternate ending to the room.
So now we're going to Skull Mountain, a roller coaster at Six Flags Great Adventure in New Jersey.
Oh, have you been there?
No. I was looking it up online, and apparently it's an actual place. So we're going to a theme park.
Oh, it's one of the best amusement parks I've been to. Ironic that it's in New Jersey. Of all
There are no
places.
theme parks in here, but there is a casino, like we established.
Well, sadly, Joe, I'm not going New Jersey. I'm going Florida.
Well, we got Disney World, Busch Gardens, Africa.
You got Universal.
Universal Studios. Hi there, Captain
Yeah.
Kupai.
Harry Potter.
Yes.
Oh, you'll enjoy that. Unfortunately, we had to lose the Jaws ride for that.
Yeah.
Oh, who
yeah.
cares?
Tengri seems to be fine.
And I'll hopefully be going to Tokyo Disney when I'm in Japan.
There you are.
Huzzah!
Thank you
Aw.
for releasing me.
This is How to Train Your Dragon Zero. Behold, he's a sight for sore eyes, and no mistakes. He stopped sniveling and took to the skies again not long after you left.
Although if he doesn't have frontal arms and with just wings, isn't he technically a wyvern?
Like magic it was. Wait, you meddling dogs didn't have anything to do with this, did you?
Well, it's a little hard to explain, but we went to another world and Oliver helped the Tengri there get better.
Yes. Does that explain things for you, Kublai?
No, but I'll just
What
take
a
it.
load of hooey, but I'll go with it anyway.
I said I had an answer. I never said it was easy.
All you need to know is that Oliver's magic is the reason that Tengri is flying again.
Think of it like curing cancer, only with magic.
Okay, now means you're at the point where we don't say
Still
exactly
spouting
the same.
nonsense, I see. But no matter. You did as you said you would. I'll not question your motives and
So now
methods.
I mean, sure, you're at the stage where we don't say exactly the same thing, but it still means the same thing.
Yes.
Sure.
I had no idea the real Tengri was so lively. This is how a dragon should be.
Yeah, I agree.
You'd love How to Train Your Dragon, then.
This one has teeth, actually. Well, so does Toothless, but it's just that he retracts them.
Seems he's taken a liking to you. And after all my hard work.
Sorry, Kublai.
I guess we have a new pet dragon then?
Yay.
Ah, so be it. I know what I'm beaten. He's yours. You're his master now, lad. You and he both know it already.
So there you go, everybody. We now have the aerial means of travel.
Well, really? But now we won't have any reasons to want to try and land travel by map. What's the matter, Worm? Not good enough for you? No, sir. Thank you very much, Captain Kublai, sir.
What a spoiled brat. You get a flying dragon, that's not enough.
It wasn't that bad.
That's
He was
settled
just
then.
he was just polite.
Jesus.
Is Jova hiccuping?
No.
I get it, hiccuping How to Train Your Dragon.
Nice to meet you, Tengri.
Go away.
It sounded like he was hiccuping while he was squealing.
Likewise, I'm sure.
All right, let's go find the magic stones.
Dun, 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 dun,
Set a
dun,
southward
dun,
course,
dun.
lad. You'll happen upon Solitary Isle soon enough.
And straight on to oh, sorry, wrong franchise.
Damn
So
it.
here we, so
He
here we go.
sounds like Jova. That scream sounds like one of those creatures from Bloodborne, and I'm sure if it's fitting.
I'm experimenting with different animal sounds.
It's nice and comfy up here. Come on, Tengri, let's fly.
What I give for a saddle! Oh, so that's what voice I should be going for.
So yeah, now we have the quote-unquote airship of this game, Tengri, the flying dragon, or Wyvern as Teal prefers.
Da, 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 da.
Flippin' Dora! Is this high enough for you, Wally boy?
Funny enough, it took Pokemon till Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire to do something like this.
Right though, since the smallest mistake up here will result in certain death, I'll teach you. Don't worry, man. If you survive the first 5 minutes, there's nothing to it. You just change direction with the left analog stick and use the red analog stick to have a good look around, and it's...
It's like flying a real dragon.
Oh, and when you want to plunk your feet back on solid, press X. You'll see a circle appear. Use left analog stick to shift the circle where you want it, then press X to land on that spot. If you change your mind and want to carry on flying, press circle. So you see, unlike in the PS1 era, you don't have to experiment and see where the thing can land. It just tells you. Just basically, this is the same. It works the same way as airships worked in traditional RPGs back in the PS1 era. But the thing with those games, you had to experiment where you could land and where you could not because it doesn't tell you. But in this game, if you can, the circle's blue. If you cannot land, then the circle's red. So it's incredibly easy, and you don't have to deal with that. And you obtain the Dragon Horn, which basically allows me to summon Tengri anywhere in the world map. So yeah, let's take a look at the world, shall we?
I can see my house from here. Oh wait, this isn't my dimension. Never mind.
Don't worry, Oliver. You'll have a moment where you can see your house from up above.
I love this rendition of the main theme, by the way.
Yeah.
Alright, so... First of all, let's save.
Anytime.
You know how PS3 saves work, dweebs.
Yeah.
Sadly, yeah.
Alright, now let's summon him. Or actually, no, I think I'm going to show off the Ulks, actually. Let me see.
Yeah, because there's forgot if
Basically, this particular area can only be reached by Tengri. And it's an area where you can find some of the toughest monsters in the game and get some really good items out of them.
Okay.
Alright, let's see where we can find one.
Not sure, because if I recall, the Oak isn't it one of those bounty hunt missions?
No, but it can also be found here. It's just that he's a bit rare sometimes.
Okay.
Alright, let's move on then. He cannot be caught, but it does show up in the world map in that particular section too.
Okay.
So yeah, in true traditional JRPG fashion, now that you have your flying means of travel, there's a lot of different places in the world map that you can go to now. You can find a lot of different items and little quests that you have been able to get to at this point, like get to certain little islands that are out there in the sea that your boat could not reach. So when you get the dragon, take a couple time to explore, like I'm doing right now. In fact, in this particular part, I'm going to show off what is, in my opinion, the best grinding spot in this game, right here. All right. This particular place will be relevant later, but not yet. In fact, before we go there, I'm going to show off the world a bit more.
So before we go check out your grinding area, before we get back onto the main plot, we're first going to go explore somewhere. Got it.
We got a guided tour.
Ladies and gentlemen, Joey Zashi and the Tokyo Philharmonic.
Although there's one... Funny enough, when Pokemon did this in Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire, it had a different theme. It had a different music track playing whether you're flying during day or night.
Yeah.
I guess
Well, in
if
the
here,
world
the
map, it's always
daytime
day.
is constantly changing, to be fair, based on where you are here.
Yeah, based on where you are, yeah.
Well, that and Hoen's just a chain of islands. This is
An entire
Even-
world with continents and stuff.
yeah.
And look at that, here, there's one of the islands that you can only reach with Tengri.
Yep.
Oh, I'm so
Well,
glad.
no,
I'm so,
it has a
I'm
beach.
so glad
so you can-
HMs are no longer a thing.
It has a beach, so you can use the boat.
I'm sorry, Luis, you're glad of what?
I was just saying, in Pokemon, I'm glad HMs are no longer a thing.
I always said that they would
I
eventually
don't-
get rid of
again,
HMs, but no
Again,
one
I don't
believed
know.
me.
I don't know, dweebs. We just need to be rewarded better, honestly, because stuff like surf and fly are still very useful.
And we still have them, but now they're just TMs.
Yeah, my guess is yes, but it's probably the new director they get now for the Pokemon games.
Alright, guys, listen to this part. It's my favorite part of the song right here. And now.
Imagine the orchestra is probably deafened.
Actually,
That's why they wear
basically,
earmuffs.
yeah, musicians for orchestra are actually trained in order to not resist, but remain stern and calm even in the situations like this. The side effect, sadly, is that they cannot feel stuff like if the music is very exciting.
Mr. Oliver, are we gonna land at some point? All we're doing
I'm
is
just
just
waiting
flying
for-
around static.
I'm just
Hold
waiting for the
on, I'm
song to
just waiting for the
finish.
song to end.
Yeah, very good, Jova.
But time is of the essence.
You were about to say something, Shirai, by the way?
No.
Ah, okay. But don't
Oh
worry,
my God,
Oliver. Remember,
Rich, I
JRPG
think-
logic. The Lord of Darkness will just stay there doing nothing until we get to him.
Yeah, to me, this is what basically made grinding for the Alchemy Trophy a nightmare because I needed to constantly fly over from place to place with Tengri, so he was switching constantly from the main theme war map to the flying war map, and it wasn't before Pedro suggested me to just mute and use cover music to soften things up. So I got burned out. So basically, if you want to get platinum in this game, find yourself a playlist and have a good time.
That's just the typical in JRPGs. Like Final Fantasy F also has plenty of time-wasting trophies. When it comes to JRPGs, well, Final Fantasy 15 is actually the rare exception. Final Fantasy 15 is very easy to get a platinum, actually, at least compared to other JRPGs.
Is it easy to get a platinum in Near Automata?
Actually,
No,
from what
it's a
actually
platinum
from-
games game.
Well, Pedro, from what I heard, yes, because there are actually in-game, basically in-game items that when you purchase them unlock automatically one of your trophies. The catch is they cost a lot, so you still need to grind if you want to cheat.
Anyway, okay, well, that's cool. But let me just explain this
Go ahead.
part here. Okay, remember how a couple
Look at
parts
that.
ago I showed off the Tokko, which gave us 2,000 XP per monster?
Yep.
Okay, this is its evolved form right there on the right, Tokko. So let's kill him and see how much XP he gives. He's the evolved form,
Go,
so
you motherfucker.
here's Splitter. Don't let it run. There we go.
There we go. He's dead.
So let's see how much XP is the Tokko worth.
1.
There you go.
8,000.
And by the way, you can find 2 per battle at sometimes, which will be 16,000 XP per battle.
Could you imagine if the game was lying to you and it was like, oh sorry, did we say double the experience points or you only get like 1?
Well, some games have some tricky items like the Rupor in Zelda,
Go, Lauren, twinkle, twinkle.
but it's not this case.
Let's replace it with flat relief, because status effect inducing spells are useless.
Gogo wants to learn the moves Twinkle Twinkle, but it can only learn 8 moves.
Yeah,
That's exactly it, actually. Yep, that's exactly
like
it.
Pokemon, these minions can actually learn up until 8 moves, thankfully.
Hey guys, Tail and Whips, hey, still better than Pocket Monster Saga.
What's that clone you put up earlier?
Yes. Basically, Jova, I found this
Oh
shitty
yeah, another
game on the
Pokemon
App Store.
Android ripoff.
No, that's the thing, Jova. This is beyond ripoff. It's
I know,
literally
Professor Ook.
copy-pasted this. Yeah, Professor Uki.
You'd be
Professor
surprised.
Uki.
Yeah.
He even copy paste the music.
Wait. The music too.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah, they literally put in Little Root Town's theme from
Yeah.
the Mega
And it's still in the App Store. How the hell has Nintendo or the Pokemon Company not done anything by this point?
1, Nintendo,
mentioned-
2,
as I
Android
mentioned,
market, 3. There's so many of them.
Yeah, it's sad. There should really be something like a huge cleanup process or something.
Yeah.
Well, you're talking about iTunes App Store here. Right?
Let me put it like
Yeah.
this: Android games are like Steam Greenlight, only with even less restraint than Greenlight. It's like,
Yeah.
that's one of the issues people have with Android
Honestly,
games.
though, I'm less offended by the mobile market than Steam Greenlight.
True.
Yeah,
But,
however...
and
Yeah, go on.
aren't they abolishing that anyway for something else?
Yeah, they are.
They say it's something else, but what they're proposing seems interesting, to say the least. As in, it seems like it can still be abused. It's apparently a matter of you having to pay for each entry of a certain installment. Sounds nice and restricting on paper, but I can see plenty of ways people can game the system on that too.
Also, I'm glad. I'm
Yeah.
glad this is one of those. This isn't one of those RPGs that restarts the track when you go back into the overworld.
Oh, no, Dwebs. They stopped doing that in the PS2 era. The PS1 era was the last era to have.
Well, the
that
only
thing.
times it does is every time you fly off from one place to the other,
Yeah.
as I mentioned. But when it comes
Well,
to
fly-
battle, no.
Well, flying is less frequent in the battles, so it doesn't matter there.
Yeah, Splitter. Yeah, I get the urge to announce it in a bombastic way every time a move name pops up.
Makes sense. A lot of JRPGs do that from time to time.
Laser.
Well, the best thing, one of the best things with it was in the original PlayStation 1 release of the first Final Fantasy Tactics, where sometimes, it doesn't happen all the time, when a character casts a special moves or a spell, they even have a huge boast before doing that, like, in case he casts in Thunder, it's like, lightning that strikes from the heavens, something like that, heed my call and crush my enemies, something like that. It's very fascinating.
So guess what? By exploring, we found this town. That's we're actually not supposed to be here just yet because the plot hasn't caught up to this point yet.
Why do you come to the sacred place? Be gone from here at once.
Well, gee, fuck you too.
Well, yeah, fuck you too. Yeah.
Hello,
Well,
how are you?
I said
You're
get
not
off.
due to be here yet.
You shall not pay.
We haven't gotten all the set pieces ready. Come back later.
Yes.
Yeah, seriously.
The main
you need to
reason-
construct the explosives
The
and
main
stuff.
the main reason I went there now is to make it register on my travel spell. And by the way, Tails, when it comes to that grinding thing you said, it's much easier if the very first thing you do when you get Tengri is to go straight to Perida so you can register it on your travel spell and then just constantly abuse the travel spell back to Perida instead of having to fly on
To do
Tengri.
the Tokkos, yeah.
It makes it much better. Considering the travel spell only spends 1 MP, it's not exactly something that you need to worry about.
True. Anyway, see you for the next part.
See
See
ya.
ya.
See ya.